Hey there, good looking. We're going to train what I consider are two super important areas to keep strong as we get older. Your glutes and your core. We're hitting them both hard in this workout. Now, for tools, I recommend a pair of moderate weight dumbbells. For reference, I have a pair of 12s, and you'll also need a booty band. And I recommend a latex one versus a cloth one because you're going to want a band that's got a bit of give, especially for our last series of moves. Now for our core exercises, I will also be presenting osteoporosis, osteopenia safe exercises. So if you're unable to crunch due to osteoporosis or otherwise, don't worry, this workout will still work for you. All right, let's go get warmed up. Hi there and welcome. All right, let's get you warmed up. We need all of those muscles, everything ready for the workout. So let's start down on all fours, warm up into our core area, plug those wrists under the shoulders, spread those fingers wide, knees apart under hips. Inhale, let the low back sag. Exhale, push the ground and round the spine up. Now you go as deep into this range of motion as it feels best for your spine. We're just trying to wake up, as mentioned, your core muscles. Let's do two more here. Last one. And neutral spine for me. Take the left hand, tap to the right knee right underneath the belly, and then extend both arm and leg out, level with your ground, thumb up, and let's do that again. You still got that wrist under the shoulder, that left knee underneath the hip. Reaching it, fingers to toes, trying to get that leg level with your ground without hyperextending your low back. Let's do two more here. One more. And other side. Start by tapping that knee underneath the belly and extend right leg, left arm now. Or sorry, right arm, left leg. You know what to do. Now we've got that left wrist plugged under the shoulder, reaching it, extending toe to fingers, thumb pointed up to the ceiling when that arm is extended. Let's do two more. One more. And release. Take yourself onto your back for me. Heels in close to the bum. You can actually feel your heels with your fingertips. Feet apart and just drive the hips up, squeezing into the glutes. Now I want you to place your hands on your bum. Not asking you to get fresh with yourself, but I want you to make sure that you are activating your glutes. Believe it or not, it's actually a really common thing for a lot of people not activating their glutes. They'll let their low back kick in, their quads kick in, their hamstrings. So I want you to feel those glutes working underneath your fingertips. Let's do four more here. Here's 4. And 3. 2. And 1. All right, we just need to get into a little bit of a hip hinge and then we're back down on the mat. So feet hip width apart, hands light behind the ears, push the booty rear, hinge forward. So when we're coming forward, again, we're moving through the hip joint here, not through our waistband. We will be doing some deadlifts in the workout, so I really want you to understand how to hip hinge so that we're moving through hamstrings and glutes, not through low back and hip. Knees are soft on this. So we're starting the series out with a really good core activation series. Woo, it's gonna get those abs fired up. And then we'll move into our glutes and then finish off with the abs on the mat. Go back to abs and then finish off with glutes on the mat. Let's do two more here. One more. Excellent. All right, if you need a quick sip of water, go for it. We are down on the mat now for alternating leg dead bug. So let's get the legs up, knees above hips, legs in tabletop, extend the arms, draw the belly button in and anchor the low back. Now just extend your left leg only, heel to ground, and now the right leg. As we extend the leg, what we want to make sure is the low back doesn't pop off the mat. The other thing we don't want to do is for the belly to puff up. That means that we're recruiting the wrong abdominal muscle. So really draw that belly button in and anchor the spine. We have 30 seconds here, a little breather, and then we'll coordinate the arm with the leg. All right, so now let's get back to that left leg dropping, and now drop the opposite arm, thumb to ground, back up, and the other side. Now these are our base moves, so I'm going to layer on as we go. If at any time it doesn't work for you, I want you to come back here to this base move. Make sure you breathe in. If you're able to, that heel touches the ground, thumb touches the ground above the head. All right. Now I want you to press your right hand into the right thigh and now just drop your left side while you're resisting. So you're trying to draw the right knee in towards the chest. That right arm is resisting it. Keeping that right knee over the hip though, so it's not too close to the body. Breathing, lengthening this left side, and feeling those abs recruited. We have 30 seconds here, and then we'll do the other side. So all of this is safe for osteopenia, osteoporosis. Let's push in now with that left hand. That left knee stays over the hip though. Extend the right. Here we go. Left and right. One side resists, the other side moves. Breathe. Now we are going back to that other side resisted, and we're going to layer on from there. Just giving you a heads up. You'll also feel your hip flexors and your thighs working too. All right, let's place that right hand back to where it was. Extend your left one back out again. We are going to extend just the left and right arm and leg until it barely hits the ground while we resist with the other leg, and we're holding here. Now, if you feel that low back start to lift, I want you to lift the leg higher, maybe even the arm, but the leg will definitely help you out. Otherwise, you're hovering just a few inches off the ground, keeping that low back anchored, not letting anything lift. So we've got that neutral spine. And we are pushing a little bit with that right knee into the right hand. We get a breather right here. Woo-hoo-hoo. That one's spicy. All right, let's do the other side. So get set up. Left leg table, top, left hand pushes in the knee. Extend now right arm and right leg, just a couple inches off your mat. Now draw that belly button in towards the spine. Anchor that low back. Good. Reach it through the hand, through the leg. Firing everything up, telling those abs we just have one more move after this, and then they get a breather. Well, kind of. They're still going to work during our glutes. Sorry. Woo. Time. Woo. All right, so we're going to finish this off with a double dead bug. If that doesn't work for you, you'll go to the single leg. Ready? Exhale. Everything drops. Again, if that doesn't work, if you can't control your low back, if it's popping off, then you'll just go to single arm and leg and alternate like we did earlier. Last 30 seconds of dead bugs, and then we stand. Breathe out as the arms and legs lower. Time. Woo! All right, come on up. Quick sip of water if you'd like. We're moving into the glutes now. We'll need our dumbbells for this round. We're starting with a glute-dominant lunge, and we're going to keep and focus on that one side for a series of moves and then do the other side. As always, if you're familiar with my workouts, you take the lunge as deep as it feels comfortable for you. So let's start with the left leg forward. All right. Now I want you to hinge forward so your chest is over that left leg, and step that right leg back and come down and up. So we'll stay in this split squat position, but we are hinging forward so our chest is over that left thigh, so it becomes more glute dominant. Quite often, a lot of people have mentioned, or not quite often, a lot of people mention to me that when they change up their lunge like this, where they've got this hip hinge, any discomfort they used to feel with lunges in their knees go away. So, maybe that's you. We have about 15 seconds left of work. We'll shake the leg out a bit, but then get set up in this exact same position again for our next move. Breathing, back knee coming down as low as you feel comfortable. All right, so don't go anywhere, okay? We're going in that same move, and we can get rid of the dumbbells if we need to, and we're pulsing it, and it's for a full 45 seconds. So let's get down. Hinge first, lower down, and pulse. Pulses are controlled. They're not bouncy. You are in control of the movement. Again, get rid of one dumbbell or both dumbbells. You can just drop them if you'd like. Woo! We have 30 more seconds, but I'm not quite done with this front leg yet. So pace yourself. Again, get rid of the dumbbells if you have to. So we still have a few more minutes worth of work in this left side. Last few reps here. Time. Woo! The good news too is we only do one round of these. All right. We are keeping ourselves in that position with that right leg back still. Tap the toe on the ground. Give me a hinge forward, okay? Now, lift the back heel up. Bring the knee in. Press it back, toe to ground. Lift, knee, extend, lower. Now, what are we doing with this leg that's on the ground? The knee is soft, maybe even bent. We're hinging forward. The more we hinge, the greater the glute activation. So if you need to go upright to give yourself a bit of a break, go for it. But it's hip extension, knee in, press the heel back, lower the leg back to start. One more. Now the dumbbells are adding some resistance as well. So if you need to get rid of them, go for it. One more on this side and then we switch. So let's do that hip hinge. Extend that right leg back. Pretend you've got a couple of thick books, big books there, or a fence. Pretend it's a fence and you're bringing your leg up and over a fence. Just a little fence. Nothing too crazy. So it's toe tapping. Now we're working a lot of balance too, so focus that stare on something stationary. Left knee bent, hinged over that left thigh. Breathe. We will change legs in less than 20 seconds. But you should be feeling that left glute. Last two. And release. Woo! Yeah, that's for real. Okay, we can do this all over on the right side now. So I want you to step back with that left leg, find your balance in that split squat. Now hinge over that right thigh and come down as low as it feels comfortable and drive all the way up, front leg straightening with every rep. Advanced people, I want you to see if you can get the back knee to your ground. But again, always work in a range of motion. That's going to feel best for you. Slow and controlled. One more. All right. You ready? We got those pulses now. So we've got the left leg back and the feet are hip width apart. That's going to help you with your balance. We are hinging, lowering, and now pulse. Pull those shoulder blades together. Really important if you're still holding on those dumbbells. We don't want to promote this rounded shoulder syndrome here, right? We want to keep that upper back pulled. Breathe. 30 more seconds. Just find your happy place right now. May not be right now, but picture yourself there to finish these last 10 seconds. Maybe it's on a beach. Maybe it's on a mountain. Maybe it's in the forest. Time. Whew. All right, so we're picking that back leg up and then drawing the knee in, extending it back and lowering. So to get set up, right knee bent, back leg straight, left leg lifts, knee in, extend, lower, lift, in, extend, lower. You can just let your dumbbells kind of hang, not gripping too hard. Focus your stare on something stationary. This leg is a lot more of a challenge for me. I'm not as steady. Maybe you're in the same boat. Again, the more you are forward and over this right thigh, the more glute time you're going to feel. So if you got to be more upright, go for it. All right. We've got that mini fence behind us again. Whew. Let's step it back, hinge forward, lift it up and over. Up and over. Shoulder blades pinched. We'll give the glutes a rest in 30 seconds. Keep breathing, we're almost there at home. Oh my goodness. One more, up and over. And shake it out. All right. We're moving back into some knee movement now. Still some glutes, all right? Grab a quick sip if you want it, but we need your band as well as your dumbbells. Quick 30-second breather. Our band's going just above the knees. For this one, if you have cloth, it's actually probably going to be better. But if we keep some tension on it, if you have latex, it shouldn't roll. We're doing a banded RDL, so I want the feet about shoulder width apart. Dumbbells are in front of us. I'll go to my side. So just like we did from warm up, I want you to push the hips back with a bend in the knees, push through the heels, drive all the way up. So you're coming down, dumbbells are lowering close to the body. We've got a little wider stance than a regular deadlift, as well as more of a bent knee. By having the band on, we're really firing up the outer hip muscles because that band's trying to pull the knees together, and we're using our gluteus medius or glute med to make sure that doesn't happen. Moving into some squats in 3, 2, and 1. All right, you can hold on to 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, or no dumbbells. If you're holding on to 2, you just bring them together like so. Let's go wide with the feet again. Toes are turned out. We're sinking down for a squat, and we'll pulse it for 4 and then drive up. Let's try it here. Here we go. We go down for 4, knees track with toes, 3, 2, 1, drive up. Now we want those knees tracking with the toes, so don't let the band draw the knees in. 4 controlled pulses, push through the heels and come upright. You got it. Here we go. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through those heels, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Let's do one more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Woo! All right. You can take it just 1 or 2 dumbbells, up to you. Take it into a semi-squat. Give me 2 steps. And then 2 steps back. So it's just a bit of a knee bend now. When we step out, we're making sure that the toe, knees, hips, shoulders are all squared straight ahead. Getting a little more emphasis now in the glute med again, that outer hip muscle. So this is the last one. We'll go back to the banded RDL. We've got 2 sets of these 3 moves. If you want to make this harder, place the band around the ankles. Lower the band, harder it is. One more. All right, RDL. So remember our setup, feet shoulder width, maybe even a bit wider if you've got that tension that you can play with the band. Knees slightly bent. Let's draw the shoulder blades back and down. Draw the belly button in. Push the booty rear. Drive up. Good. Just a light grip on those dumbbells. Two more. Last one. Finish it. All right. If you're able to, you'll go a bit wider. Toes are going to turn out. We're taking it down for a 4-count squat. You can bring your dumbbells up like so. Pull the shoulders back and down. Let's take it down. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through the heels. Drive up. Woo, let's see if we get one more in. Here we go. 4, 3, finish it. 2, 1, drive up. Woo. All right, give yourself a little bit of room. We just want 2 steps, just 2 side to side. Dumbbells if you'd like. Slight bend of the knees, push the hips back. Give me 2 steps. Good. Once again, toes, knees, hips, shoulders to me. Quick little water break after this. We'll move back into our core, which FYI has worked heavily during all the lifts that we've been doing with the dumbbells. Just a little side note for you. Last time back. Time. All right. Put the dumbbells down. Whew. Grab a sip if you need it. We do need the tubing though. All right, we're going to use the tubing for our core work now. All right, we have about 25 seconds here. We want the tubing just around the bottoms of our feet, and this is where I do recommend a latex band. We're moving into just a single-sided bicycle crunch. So it looks like this. As one leg extends, you're just lifting and twisting to one side. Now, if you shouldn't be crunching, then you'll just move through the leg and keep the upper body still on the ground. All right? So you play around with what's going to work for best for you. Ready? Let's lift and twist to our left. 3, 2, 1, go. Right leg extends, back up. Exhale if you're twisting with me. Or if you opted to stay with the upper body on the ground, exhale as that leg lowers. Whew. Now, you're working a lot into the abs here, deep core muscles as well, in addition to quad and hip flexor. Whew. Let's do 2 more here. 1 more. All right, our setup, other side. Again, join me in the crunch or keep the upper body still. Let's go. Flex the feet, really anchor that right leg, because as you extend that left, it's going to pull that tubing, and that right leg has to fire right up. We have a total of 4 ab moves. We've just done 2, so how's that? All right, let's bring the hands just underneath the low bum a little bit to give a little bit of pelvic tilt. Now let's pull the tubing apart so that we can feel those outer hips activated. And with a bent knee, lower and lift. Now, you really want to activate your deep core muscle, your transverse, by drawing that belly button in like we learned on the dead bug. So we still want to keep that back neutral like we learned in the dead bug. And now we're applying pressure as the legs try to pull away and the outer hip muscles work as well. All right. Now we're going to lower the legs. The lower you go with the legs, the more challenging the move is. Bring the knees in, still applying pressure by trying to pull the feet apart, and then extend. Extend. If you want a bit more and you're able to crunch, you'll lift the head and shoulders up. Last ab move. Come on, we got this. Really pull those feet apart. Time. Woo! All right. We're going to stay down here for the final moves, working the glutes using our booty band. All right, let's move the booty band now past the knees and get set up in a glute bridge. So, heels are close to the bum. You can feel the heels with your fingertips. Your knees are hip width apart, so you're already feeling that band, the resistance of it trying to pull the knees in. Tuck the tailbone in, tighten up through the core, drive through the heels so there's not a lot of weight in the toes, lower till you just barely hit the mat, and then press up again. So I don't want you to fully imprint your bum. I want constant tension, and the entire time we're also pushing the knees out, not allowing that tube to pull the knees in towards each other. Back of the neck is long. And again, if you've got to, place your hands on your glutes. Make sure you're feeling those fire up. Really important to do that. If you're thinking, geez, all I feel is my hamstrings or my low back is starting to bug me. Bring the heels in a little closer to your bum and then palpitate the glutes and see if they are fired up and working. Whew. All right, 15-second breather. This is our final series, by the way, you guys, so hang in there. We're lifting the glutes now in a double bridge hold. Back of the shoulder, pin the shoulders under to open up the chest slightly. Squeeze the glutes and hold. So we just have 1 round. That's it. Now in this position, I want you now to pulse the knees out and in a little bit. Out, out. The entire time, keeping those hips up high. Should be getting a little spicy in the glutes again. Whew, let's lower down. All right, we're moving into a single leg bridge. Really important to do it because we all tend to have a more dominant, stronger side. So let's work each side independently now. Beginning with the left side, extend the right leg straight up, press through that left heel and lower. And again, don't let your bum fully imprint the mat. And we're not swinging that right leg either. All right. Well, one leg done. One more to go. So let's extend the left leg now. Right heel close to the bum, pushing through that right heel. Let's lift up in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Press. Keep breathing, almost there. Last few reps. All right, moving into our last exercise. I want you to open the legs up as best you can for a frog pump. I have the insoles of my feet, the bottoms of my feet are touching, and then I'm pushing straight up and lowering again just until my bum brushes the mat. And then opening up those knees as wide as we can. Last exercise, crew. Finish strong. Woo! Time! Let's take that booty band off and stretch those glutes. Bring the knees into your chest. Hug them in. Maybe rock them side to side. Oh, great job. Building your glutes should be a priority, especially if you're like me and sit in front of a desk, in front of a computer all day. All that sitting really weakens the glute muscle. I know I try to do a bit of glute training at least twice a week. All right, let's the right leg go. Just keep that left knee in. Now we want that right leg active though. So pull the toe towards the shin, press that right heel into the ground. Feel that stretch in the front of that right hip now while we draw this left knee in. Bend the right leg. Left ankle over the right thigh. Now this may be enough of a stretch for you. Hold it here if this is where you're happy. If you want to intensify it, lift the leg, grab onto either behind that right thigh or even further on top of that right shin. Now we're guiding this right knee towards the outside of the right shoulder to really get a stretch in that left glute and hip. And then from there, just lengthen the back of the neck, release any muscle tension you might be holding in the face, in the neck, maybe even closing your eyes and just kind of savoring these last few moments. Let's release the left leg down to the ground. Again, foot is active. Now draw that right knee to chest. Left back of ankle or heel presses into your mat. Feel that nice stretch in the front of the leg on that left side. Let's bend that left leg, right ankle over, hold here, or if you'd like to intensify, behind the left thigh or on top of that left shin. Guiding that leg to the outside of that left shoulder. And release. Stretching into the hip flexor now, which really didn't do a whole heck of a lot during our glute work, but it sure did during our banded core work. So let's have the left knee underneath the hip. Lunge forward slightly, tuck the tailbone under, reach that left arm straight up and over. Thank you for joining me today. Great job. It's hard to get going at home, so I'm proud of you. Now let's pull back, bring this toe up. Now if you're tight, like I am, maybe grab your dumbbells, or if you have yoga blocks, even better, and frame your leg. And now you can, nice and easy, keep your posture, stretch that hamstring without fear of ripping it. Anyways, if you just found this workout by accident or just solely because it was a new release, you know, if you want to really see results and nail your fitness, I recommend a program. Any trainer will say that. And we do give workout calendars to all of our Patreon community as well as our over 50 fitness community, so they don't have to worry about what workout to do. And each workout will complement the others. So if you want to learn more, all the info is down below. All right, let's take that right leg out, or left out in front now. Start with that lunge forward. Now I want you to lean back a bit. So we want a little bit of an extension in the spine. Inhale that right arm straight up, lean away. And now bring this foot forward more, hinge forward. If you have that ground built up, I think you'll find this a lot more pleasant, and you might even find you can get deeper into the stretch. So it's that hip hinge. We're not rounding everything to get down there, lengthening all through the back here. And release. Thank you again for joining me. Please help. You can help this video out by clicking that thumbs up button so that YouTube algorithm can find it. And if you enjoyed the workout, drop a comment down below. All right, I want to hear from you. And if you're watching this ads-free on Over 50 Fitness, head to our private community. I'd love to chat with you there. Bye guys. We'll see you next workout.